Are you having any fun? What you getting out of living? So please tell me, why aren't we having any fun? It's getting really hard to feed your family with all these expensive groceries. So please tell me, why aren't we having any fun? Don't even mention the rate increase. Can't find a place to lay your head. Ooh-wee, I need for Joey B to close the border, please. Again. Ooh-wee, I need for Joey B to close the border, please. Last time. Ooh-wee, I need for Joey B to close the border, please. So, heck no, many Americans aren't having any fun. How can you have fun when you are stressed out and trying to find a place to live, trying to find a place you can afford? There's none. So let's check this out. Going to be very informative. Let's see what Americans are dealing with. But it looks like the immigrants are going to be fine. They're going to be having a lot of fun. Yeah, because guess what? It's in the budget for the immigrants. In the words of Shania Twain, come on over. Why? Are willing to spend over $71,000 per immigrant. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. So let's see, first of all, how are the Americans doing? Let's start out with our elderly population. How's that retirement going? Fair use, people.
Housing costs really hitting us hard. All ages, all demographics here in South Florida. Yeah. WPTV News Channel 5, Danielle C. joining us now live from Delray Beach Housing Authority.
Danielle, they are seeing most of these calls coming from the elderly and the disabled, right? The elderly community depends on a set amount of money that's coming from their Social Security, and that amount of money is not going to double just because landlords want to double their rent.
I'm 63 years old, homeless male, currently forced to live in my car. Would like an appointment, if possible, to discuss options.
For about a year now, it's been the same story, day after day.
They don't know what to do. They depend on their Social Security benefit to pay their rent.
The executive director here at the Delray Beach Housing Authority, Shirley Arazo, says that this is like nothing that she's ever seen before.
The housing authority is maxed out.
Landlords are taking advantage of the housing price increases.
My elderly waiting list is over 1,000 people.
And the elderly population is left with nowhere to turn.
There's no one-bedroom units available. All elderly complex that provide affordable housing, they're all 100% occupied.
And once the housing authority gets a call, it's a last resort.
By the time they call me, they're living in their cars.
This is a population who thought they'd finish their days of working.
We have elderly looking for jobs.
And Shirley says she's scared for what's to come.
It's scary that we're going to see an increase of homelessness in our elderly population.
She says that she's doing the only thing she can at this point. She's calling on the community and landlords for change.
There needs to be a control in how much rent.
I agree. It needs to be control. There needs to also be a reality check. And I know people are going to get mad, especially my peeps, because you're loving Joey B. And me, I'm just going to be honest with you. People hate to hear the truth, and we can agree to disagree. So this may not be the channel for you, but I'm going to tell you. It makes more sense, Orange had, when it was trying to secure that border. Orange had said a lot of things I disagree with, So the dude needs a filter. But at least you know what you're getting. He's just out there, yada, yada, yada. I get it. He said, they're after you, I'm in the way. And he says a lot. And I don't know why that resonates with me now, given what's happening. Inflation, the Keystone Pipeline, the gasoline, depending on foreign entities. It's sad. I was discussing this. We're at home discussing. I said, this is ridiculous. This country sitting up here got to get baby formula from overseas. You got to be joking me. That's one of the dumbest things. Are you kidding me? Got to get baby food from overseas. And then I'm wondering, how much do we pay for that? Can't feed the babies. Well, what's to be expected? We can't even house our own citizens. So let's see why is this lady on the screen. Let's see what's going on with her. And then I'm going to go ahead and give you the number. Oh, yeah. So keep in mind, we've got the elderly. Okay? We've got the elderly. What's going on with these working ladies? Let's check it out. Fair use, ladies and gentlemen. Check it. Unbelievable.
The Tampa City Council approved a plan that requires landlords to give renters a 60-day notice before a rent increase. This is something we have followed as part of our Price of Paradise series on the high cost of living and what's being done about it. The move is supposed to help renters who are struggling with increasing rent prices. Florida currently third in the country for the number of people experiencing homelessness, and some advocates fear that national estimate is grossly undercounted. Last night we told you about working moms headed into homelessness.
You're pricing us out of being able to even afford housing. That's the part that's scary. When a hotel is cheaper than housing, that's a problem.
I don't understand, I work. I don't make a whole bunch of money. Maybe on a good week, $2,300 a month, but I can't find nowhere to live is the most confusing part.
Those two mothers are part of an unknown number of working Florida families now experiencing homelessness for the very first time. Rent has increased in Hillsborough County by 30% in less than 2 years. And tonight we meet two more moms who are, among others, reaching out for help during this difficult time. ABC Action News reporter Lydia Vasquez joining us now in the studio. Lydia, this is really a desperate time.
Jameson, that's right. I've reached out to several shelters all across the Bay Area, and the message is the same. They're at full capacity, leaving people with nowhere to turn except maybe their neighbors.
Will you be calm and listen? Because right now you're not doing that. Okay. Thank you. Every day we're a step closer to not having somewhere to go.
Cammie Larkin is a single mom of 3.
Are you coming home in a little bit? I run 2 small businesses. I do woodworking, and then I also am a personal shopper.
And still, she lies awake at night dreading what she says could soon be her reality.
We're going to be homeless, literally. Airbnbs, hotels if I can afford them.
Larkin tells me just 3 years ago, she was paying $900 for a home. Now, she says it's difficult finding anything under $2,000.
You're charging $2,000 for a home that literally has a health department notice on the front door. But people are getting away with it. They're literally getting away with it because there's so many people, not just moms, that are so desperate to not be on the streets.
It was in desperation that made Larkin reach out to Facebook for help, posting this message to a mom group she belongs to. I'm a single mom of 3, 2 with significant health issues, and was told they are selling the house we live in. Anyone have any advice or ideas? Larkin is among several other Bay Area moms reaching out for help.
I reached out on Facebook because I knew that I was in a desperate situation.
Wanda Landon posted a similar message to the same Facebook group. Hello, fellow moms. I just want to know if there's any single moms like me struggling right now and might be looking for a roommate. I definitely can't afford this new rent on my own.
A lot of what does keep me up at night, it's just wondering what am I going to have to sacrifice at this point to just keep us afloat? Am I going to have a roof over our heads and maybe not eat as we should, or the reverse?
Landon works in customer service for a call center. She says being a single parent has never been harder.
I honestly found myself in a situation thinking that I was going to be sleeping in my car with my daughter. I would cry myself to sleep, and it makes you feel almost impotent that you can't do anything for your own child. You know, you're a parent, and the fact that you can't do anything for your child, it's very disheartening.
After reaching out to multiple agencies, Landon's Facebook post led her to another single mom looking for a roommate.
I feel like now having a second mom, you know, in my situation is going to be extremely helpful, not just financially, but because we can tackle the kids together, you know. So I feel like even though it's not ideal, I think it's something that I could get accustomed to because I have help. You know, you have help around the house, you have help, rearing the children.
But it's a temporary fix, as both Landon and Larkin tell me they're in survival mode.
How do you feel not knowing where you're going to be in 2 weeks?
Scared, like I'm failing them. Obviously, I don't want to get emotional, but like I really do feel like I'm failing at times, because I just don't feel like we're set up right now for single parents to succeed. Honestly.
Now, really quick, single mothers, where are the men folk? Where are the men folk? Where are the husband and the boyfriends? But we're not going to go there. This is going to be a little different, okay? We've already had the conversation. These women are talking about having roommates. That is the desperation. The lady already said she was desperate, the one before that, with her daughter. So how do you have a house, 2 different families just met? Okay, what about decorating? Oh, kitchen, by the way. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to be with you. And this shows the level of desperation. This here is a recipe. I'm sorry to tell you, it is a recipe for disaster that doesn't have to be. And the next clip will show you that. You expect 2 families. We've gotten to a point where women are sitting up here, 2 families, don't really know each other, but willing, because of desperation, to try and live together in a house. What about groceries? Are you going to have 1 refrigerator, or are there going to be 2 refrigerators? 1 refrigerator for this family, 1 for the other? Or are you going to have 1 refrigerator and have everybody putting their food in 1 kitchen? What about snacks? 1 mom may forget to go to the store, the other one goes to the store. Unlimited supplies, limited money. Groceries are extremely high. Then the next thing you know, you bought food for your kids. The other kids from the other family already ate that food. Your kids don't have any food. You're out of money. Boom, we got a problem. What about furniture? Living room furniture, den furniture, backyard furniture. How's that going to work out? Oh, and I want this chair over here. How are you going to have 2 families sharing a kitchen, cooking utensils, laundry? Well, I didn't do that much laundry. I only have 2 kids. Well, you've got 3. Well, I've got 1. How's it going to work out? We already saw Kevin get into an argument. Oh, Kevin Samuels get into an argument about those utility bills, the light bill and the water bill. Really, buddy? So how do you see that working out? Oh, don't forget, heaven forbid, one of the mamas gets a boyfriend and he starts spending the night. Say what? Or teenagers. One mom might want her teenage boyfriend to stay. You have younger children, younger daughters. You don't know. Who is this? Oh, he's spending the night. He's down the hall. You really think this is going to work out? It's a recipe for disaster. It is a recipe for disaster. But this is where we are. On Facebook, women trying to find roommates. This is where we are. And you think that's an easy solution? People doing laundry. Oh, I took your stuff out, but I was going to do mine next. Oh, heaven forbid something comes up missing. Talk about sibling rivalry. Imagine with 2 different families. One lady mentioned, having some help. Yeah. And what are you going to do? If one mom sees the other mom as, she's always with her kids, I think I'm going to go ahead and go out and have a girls' night. I just need a drink to get out the house. And she goes out. You're seeing your kids. Her kids are acting up. Boop, babysitter. And you know people. Oh, just that one time? Did it go on and on and on. So this in itself is a recipe for disaster, but this is where we are. Let's continue. But like I said, keep in mind, I'm asking you a question. Are you having any fun? Now I kind of get orange head. I got you, buddy. Making hella sense now. Hate to say it.
Honestly, I really feel like nobody is hearing us. And I feel like that's why I want to do this, because even if it doesn't help me, if it just helps one person, like any mom, because I know that there's moms that are homeless right now, that have jobs, are busting their butt, but they're still homeless right now.
Larkin.
Now, you hear that? Working working and still homeless in this country. Hold on. Let's get this done. I want to show you the deal. This is
Another
crazy.
single mom to room with or an affordable place to call home.
I've called shelters. I've called women's resource centers. I mean, I've called 211. I've done everything. And this isn't just now. This has been going on for a year. I've been looking actively.
I've reached out to multiple shelters across the Bay Area, like Dawning Family Services, and they're on a wait list.
We're having to help people that typically wouldn't have come to us before.
Metropolitan Ministries tells me its shelter is full, but they do have food, clothing, and counseling available.
And I get it. Food, clothing, and counseling is not going to help. They need a place to like right now. And this lady here, she runs 2 small businesses, does woodworking, and a personal shopper. The other 2 ladies, they're working. She works a job. Children, working. So these are taxpayers. Okay, she works. Taxpayers, lady. Taxpayer there. Taxpayer here. She works. This lady here, this chick, she works. So these are taxpayers, the tax dollars. Okay, guess what's happening with illegal immigrants? Yo, you unbelievable. Hold on to your hat, whatever you got. Hold on, check this out. Taxpayers to spend $392.69 per person per night on hotels for illegal border crossers. I told you. And this might have been spent, baby, because this was last year. I told you. Well, about the feces guy, people were saying, well, he's an immigrant, apparently, and how is he affording that hotel? I told you in that video. We're paying for it. Yeah. I was like, how's he staying in a hotel? We're paying for it. Oh, yeah. Taxpayers to spend $392.69 per person per night on hotels for illegal, not taxpayers, illegal border crossers. And now we got women sitting up here with children. The children are our future. They're Americans. They're taxpayers. And yes, I'm very upset about this. It just angers me so. People say, I'm not a hater. No, I'm a freaking realist. That's what I am. I'm a realist. It's like going to the dealership. Well, look at that Toyota. Those folks just driving off getting a free car. Well, heck, I had to pay for mine. They don't need Toyota Financial. Really? What are they doing? Oh, it's okay for me to pay, but you're going to get you a free one too. Nah, not fair. So on March 20th, Axios reported that the Biden administration has entered into a 6-month contract worth $86 million to house 1,200 migrant family members near the southwest border in Texas and Arizona. That works out to $71,666.67 per immigrant, paid by your tax dollars, meaning that you are now a co-conspirator to one of the largest smuggling schemes in history. But we got the elderly facing eviction homelessness, and we've got single Americans, working mothers, can't find anything. But we've got $86 million to house, and that's just 1,200 migrant families. Keep in mind, as the outlet notes, the $86 million is just the beginning as the contract through Endeavors, a Texas-based nonprofit. I would hate to see that tab if we were in it for the money. Could be extended and expanded. Of course it is, because they're still here. They're still staying in hotels last I checked. Again, this is March 23, 2021, last year. Why does the Biden administration need $86 million in hotel space? ICE, which detains adults and adults traveling with children, family units, or FMUs, is already using its family residential centers as rapid processing centers with the goal of releasing families within 72 hours. But apparently, even with that short turnaround time, the agency is running out of space. Well, you think? They get posted up. Have you seen some of the places in the border town? Let's see, what would you choose? The border town living, or let's see, Courtyard Marriott. I'll take option number 2, Courtyard Marriott. Room service too. It's a no-brainer. Here's an important point to keep in mind. Such speedy releases of FMUs with little more than some fingerprinting and a future court date into the interior of the United States is far and away the major pull factor that will encourage even more adult migrants to risk their lives and their accompanying children on the trek to the United States in the future. This is not me saying that. It is one of the several conclusions of a bipartisan federal panel doing a similar migrant surge in fiscal year 2019. They offered plenty of solutions to address the problem and avoid those dangers in that report, as I explained on March 16. But thus far, the Biden administration has not adopted a single one. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And of course, it goes to say that basically the migrants that are the children that are accompanied here illegally by themselves, guess what? They've stopped returning unaccompanied alien children apprehended. In the word of Shania Twain, come on over, come on in, pull up a seat, take a load off your feet. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, you better come on over. Look, they're going to spend $392.69 per night. What about the Americans? Oh, well, you're going to have to kind of sleep in your car. Yeah. Can you sleep in your car? Well, the homeless shelters are full. Can't afford that rent. Sorry, buddy. That's why I ask. Are you having any fun? What you getting out of living? So please, I need for Joey B to close the border, please. This makes no sense, people. The good takeaway. Look at the American. Look at the Americans. Where are you, Americans? Look at the American taxpayers. Taxpayers, okay? This lady, honey, you can't work a miracle. That money should go to the taxpayers. It should go to the people here. It should go. We should not have American families living in cars. Single mamas. This chick has 3 kids. Don't forget, 2 businesses. Where's the baby daddy or the husband? Where's he at? Aside from that, still working. Single women with children. So she doesn't know where they're going to go. Same thing here. This lady here, she's in what? A hotel? Working. Your tax dollars. Where's this lady? Oh, she works. Still can't afford a place to live. But in the meantime, you know I bet who's having fun? The one that's posted up at the Courtyard Marriott. Posted up at the Courtyard Marriott at the taxpayer's expense. Don't forget, it works out to be, beautiful people, $71,666.67 per migrant, paid by you, your tax dollars. Meanwhile, these ladies, what they're going to do? I guess the administration doesn't have any answers for you. Let me know what you guys think. It's a serious issue. We're going to have Americans out on the streets, even the elderly. But we're going to have people who've come here illegally, posted up in hotels, but Americans sleeping in their cars. Make it make sense. Anyway, thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out. Shout out to Brown Fox. I believe she initially sent me this story about, I couldn't believe it, people on Facebook trying to combine families together. This is where we are. Desperate. But this is where the immigrant is. Make it make sense somehow.